Hi, everybody. Boy, lots of weather reporting to do with all of the heavy rain and the wind we had last night. And then where I'm going to start is actually the record high temperature in Portland that we had today. This was in the 1 o'clock hour. The Rose City hit 60 degrees. Remember, it was a south wind that came up overnight. It was 57 degrees early morning. I think when I was doing the sunrise show at like 5 a.m., it was 57 in Portland. And then it cooled to 53. And then it sat there. And then we were back up into, I think it was 56 at noon or the mid 50s. No, it was 58 at noon. We started to warm back up. And then there we go, 60 degrees in the 1 o'clock hour. The old record, 59 degrees. And wrote that down somewhere. The old record, I can't find it. I can't find it. I know I wrote it down, what year it was. But anyway, 59 degrees is the record that we broke today, hitting 60. Now, moving forward, I'm going to show you the other highs in just a moment. Moving forward, notice I'm not saying a dry weather pattern before weekend rain. I'm saying a quiet weather pattern. We could get some mainly light showers in spots tomorrow. There's a better chance, I think, Friday of getting mostly some light showers. But overall, if you're going to be out tonight, if you're going to be out tomorrow, if you're going to be out Friday daytime, overall, it's either going to be completely dry or any rain is just not going to be that consequential, and it's going to be pretty decent. Now, that changes over the weekend as our next wave of a rainy stretch begins and comes in. And in fact, so it's pretty wet eventually Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and on Sunday. And I'll break that down for you as well. But again, today, a record high in the Rose City of 60 degrees. It's driving me nuts. I can't find, I just found it. 59 degrees back in 2011. 2011 was the record, 59 degrees. Okay. The Momentous Wealth podcast is my sponsor. So thank you. I hope you check this out. Again, if you're like me and you have 401ks and you have maybe a Roth IRA somewhere, so you're interested in what the markets are doing and what investment strategies are out there for what money you do have. There is a variety of topics to choose from. Listen on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. Local firm putting out the Momentous Wealth podcast. Easy to search, easy to find. Okay, here's the report today. So these are the numbers. Astoria 55, Kelso 57, Vancouver 59, PDX hit the 60, downtown Portland 58, Troutdale was the same, Aurora, McMinnville 57, 57. Salem hit 60 degrees. Corvallis did it. Eugene hit 62. It was 60 at noon down in Eugene. Crazy warm weather, right? It was 59 out in Hermiston. Bend hit 55. What about down south? Where's the, let's see here. Medford hit 58 degrees. Klamath Falls 56. Crazy warm weather. North Bend hit 60 degrees along the South Oregon coast. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. I'm curious, what was the high? Roseburg was the high in Oregon today, 65 degrees. Really, really mild stuff. Okay, real quick, just some other reports. So you know, most of the heaviest rain, which did drop over an inch of rain around Portland and then much of the Metro Valley last night, picked up an inch of rain. There was about 2.5 inches of rain that fell in Tillamook, by the way. And some of the wind reports at 1 o'clock a.m. last night, 1 a.m., 80 mile per hour wind gust on top of the, I don't know if it's on top, but there's an anemometer on the Astoria Meckler Bridge. And that anemometer, the bridge that crosses the Columbia, clocked 80 mile per hour wind gusts. Most of the winds, most of the highest winds were between midnight and 3 a.m. Portland clocked a south wind at 42. We had 40 mile per hour plus winds down in Salem. McMinnville, I'm looking at my notes here. McMinnville also had winds gusting more than 40 miles per hour. At 3 o'clock this morning, I'm sorry, at 5 o'clock this morning, 5 a.m. this morning, the Magic Mile, that's the upper chairlift that goes to 7,000 feet on Mount Hood at Timberline Resort, clocked 112 mile per hour wind gusts. 112 up on Mount Hood. That's crazy, right? We have still a flood warning due to the heavy rains that fell last night for the Grays River. That's up in Wycombe County. And I know earlier today that was running about 5, 6 inches above flood stage. So a little sloppiness in the water up there. Again, that's up in Wahkiakum County. Otherwise, the biggest rains and overall biggest winds did turn out to be on the North Coast. So I did get that right. That was the spot that I thought would have the highest risk. And there were several reports of trees down in Clatsop County as well. So anyway, now we are pretty quiet. There's a front offshore. Here we are. Here's a front offshore. We had a touch of rain this morning, or not this morning, but this afternoon along the coast. Had a touch of rain crawling up around the west slope of the Cascades. This front is going to throw clouds inland and it will get close. And at times, it probably will produce some light rain at the coast tomorrow. May or may not produce anything inland. And then a similar situation with a front getting close to the coast will throw a better chance of rain inland Friday. But we don't really just get all out into a rainy pattern, as I mentioned, until Saturday. And you can see systems are lined up back here. Right now, the first front that comes inland comes in Saturday afternoon. Then we have another mild south wind flow behind that on Sunday and a Monday. Current timing has the next front coming in Monday evening. That goes into a wet Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve day, obviously. And then current timing would dry us out Tuesday night. Christmas morning could at least start dry. Then rain picks up Wednesday afternoon, a wet Wednesday night, and the next front comes in on Thursday, December 26th, with likely rain. So, yeah, pretty active frontal patterns lined up out in the Pacific will continue to come in. Here's the way all of that looks. This is the American GFS model, 500 millibar, 18,000 feet. You can see the ridging over us. This is tomorrow morning. Here's the ridge axis where they kind of arc right there. So that's pretty close to us. That's why these systems that try to come in will really fall apart, and it's hard to tell if they successfully produce some light rain totals inland or if they completely fall apart. So this is see the little. Let me back this up. Here's tomorrow. See, there's a little wave right there, totally weakening. That's tomorrow afternoon. Friday is a better chance of eventually getting some moisture. Again, there's a second little wave. See how weak it is coming in Friday afternoon. And then the first front finally comes in Saturday during the day. And you can see clearly in the bluish purple tones this cooler trough that is coming in, giving us likely rain Saturday. We'll have a mild south wind of rain at times Sunday. And here's this big anchor low out in the Gulf of Alaska. It will feed us again rain at times on Sunday. And right now, let's play this into Monday morning. Here's Monday morning. There's reason to believe, see, there's a little ridge right here. We had some moisture come in. There's reason to believe that much of Monday day will be dry. And this is picking up on some ridging right there. And then late in the day, Monday, going into Monday night, it's really wet. And again, there's a front that comes in Monday night into Tuesday. And then here's Tuesday right here, obviously looking wet, as I mentioned, before we dry out somewhat Tuesday night. Now, um, I'm just going to keep playing this. So Christmas Day, let's say, starts dry. And then here comes Thursday. The snow levels, and I'll show you the snow level forecast in a moment. The snow levels, generally speaking, are pretty high until we get after Christmas Day. Now, here is Thursday, the 26th. Here's the polar jet, that blue 540 contour line. So that ought to be a snow level back down to 2,000 feet. Notice it stays to our south. That's a good snow down to 2,000 feet on Friday, the 27th. Warms up a little bit, but then here comes another system. And again, the blue contour, the polar jet, this is going into Sunday, December 29th. That snow level that was 2,000 feet maybe bounces up to 3,000 feet, but that's a pretty good snowmaker as well. And then right now, some ridging going into Monday. This will be back to mild weather. This will be Tuesday, New Year's Eve. That's all dry, super mild. And then on New Year's Day, later in the day, here's a weak system that may or may not throw some rain our way. Okay. So kind of a ballpark figure. Really, the main messaging here, I'm going to back this up. Just watch the blue contour. When it's to our north, snow levels are fairly high. And this is a south wind flow. This is this weekend. Still pretty high. Now we're into Christmas Day. Or excuse me, here we are Tuesday. A little bit lower, but there's the 540 contour still up to our north. Now there's Christmas Day. And again, there's Thursday, the 26th. Now we got 2,000 foot snow levels developing. So again, we've got to get past Christmas Day to get snow levels back down over the Cascades. Here's my Mount Hood page: 33 at Timberline, 39 at Meadows, 35 at Ski Bowl. Look at the bases. Still crazy. 80, 81. Ski Bowl 38. Big news. Ski Bowl announcing this morning, I think it was this morning, they announced that they plan to be open for night skiing and boarding starting tomorrow night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then day and night this upcoming weekend. And of course, this upcoming weekend kicks off the 2 week holiday for the resorts, which is really important financially. So it's not surprising that they're going to try to go with their first night of skiing and boarding tomorrow night, Thursday night. So we'll see. This 38-inch reports at 5,000 feet. And obviously, their base is at 4,000 feet. So we'll see what they can do. We're going to be losing some snow in the coming days at Timberline and Meadows, but the bases are in good shape. We're not going to lose that much snow. Okay. And then here's my immediate 5 day snow forecast. Dry up there tomorrow, 44. Melt some snow. Friday, there could be a little bit of light rain. Snow levels are 8 to 7,000 feet. Not sure if any moisture makes it inland to the Cascades or not. It could be a dry day. And then Saturday, finally things pick up. But notice the snow level into the afternoon as moisture picks up is still 4,500 feet. So that's potentially all rain at Government Camp and then snow at Meadows Base and Timberline. Sunday, 5,000 feet. This is a wet day, but it's all rain at Government Camp. Could be as much as 8 inches of wet snow at Meadows and Timberline. You know, when the snow levels are this high, 5,000 feet, it's tough to tell how much snow you're actually going to stack up. It's a wet, heavy snow, and often the total amount's underproduced. So we'll see because of compression of the wet, heavy snow. And then Monday, remember a dry break before evening rain, but snow level still 4,500 feet above Government Camp up to 6,000. And then that leads me to what I was just talking about. The following Thursday, December 26th, finally more favorable snow levels. Pass travel is great. There's 38 degrees at Government Camp, all clean, all dry. Santiam's clean, Willamette clean, Cabbage Hill clean, out over the Blues. Siskiyou Summit clean and dry and 43 degrees. So that's the good news part of the story. All right, here's the rain with those weak systems that will try to throw clouds and some moisture inland in the next 2 days. This is tomorrow morning. Shows we're dry in Portland. Shows there's been some really light rain into early morning tomorrow, mainly western Washington along the North Oregon coast. And then here is tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Now it's showing a little surge, nothing in the valley between Portland, Salem, and Vancouver, but here's the Oregon coast picking up at least some rain. And then this shows there could be some light rain amounts overnight into Friday morning. I mean, it gives Portland 0.02. That's what I mean about a quiet weather pattern, not necessarily dry between now and the weekend, but anything would be kind of harmless, light rain. This does show, and this may be overdone, but it does show a couple of tenths of an inch of rain in Tillamook and about a quarter up in Astoria. So again, this is Friday morning. And then still though, not much of any. Here's Saturday morning, and that's all we've picked up in the valley. Practically nothing, right? Here's Saturday. Now the rain's picking up. And then as we go into Saturday evening, now we picked up about a quarter of an inch of rain in Portland down through Salem, down into Lane County, 28 100s in Kelso Longview, 3/10 up in Seattle. More than a half of an inch of rain total along the coast, though. And then I mentioned to me, Sunday looks to be a pretty wet day. So by Sunday, now total rain amounts, including right now through Sunday, have now jumped up to about 6/10 of an inch of rain in Salem, McMinnville, Washington County, Portland, 71 100s, Kelso Longview, 85 100s up around Seattle. I mean, still under an inch until you get over to the coast, and there is more than an inch of rain. And then more rain will be coming in, as we mentioned, going into Christmas. Okay, but to look on these rain amounts that far out and the particular weather pattern we're looking at is kind of frivolous because the amounts are probably way overblown. So let's just not do it. All right, let's go around the horn, shall we say? Medford, 55 right now. 48 tomorrow, not as warm, mostly cloudy. Fog, partly sunny, 54 on Friday. Rain coming into southern Oregon over the weekend into Monday as well. And there's your Christmas Day rain chance. And relatively cool, 37 to 46. I say relatively cool because we've been in the 50s the last couple of days, and we had 60 today, right? In Portland, anyway. Here's Central Oregon, Bend, 52. A couple dry days coming, 47, 51. Rain developing in Central Oregon over the weekend as well. A partly sunny day with a shower chance and a high of 44 on Christmas Day. That's over in Bend. Generally speaking, if you're traveling this weekend, again, Saturday snow levels 4,000 or higher. Sunday, 5,000. Monday, above 4,000 to maybe as high as 6,000 feet. So, yeah, traveling this weekend going into Christmas Day, generally, There could be some intervals of a little bit colder weather, but generally passes will be mostly just wet. Pardon me. All right, let's go up to Seattle. I always say it's going to be wet. Yeah, rain tomorrow, 52. Chance of rain Friday. Definitely a rainy weekend. Highs about 50. Christmas Day, rainy and 47. Kind of typical. Pretty seasonal stuff right there, actually. Newport, hello. 60 again tomorrow, 60 again Friday. How do you do? A lot of clouds, and both days could see some rain mixed in. Saturday, now our rain rates pick up. We get some breezes as the next front comes in. In fact, let me see here. Yeah, definitely breezy on Saturday. Could be at least south 15 to 25 mile per hour south winds in the valley on Saturday, and it could be at least some 40 mile per hour gusts at the coast Saturday from the south. And those types of winds continue on Sunday. So there's the wet weekend at the beach, mid 50s expected. Christmas Day, rain likely, breezy winds as well, and 43 to 52. Okay. Our capital city, here we go. Mainly dry tomorrow, chance of rain on Friday. That mimics what I'm thinking, 58, 55. Rainy weekend, absolutely. Temp still in the 50s. And notice there are no nights below 40. Certainly, if we get a few nights just below 40, certainly no freezing chance all the way through Christmas Day. These are mild nights, 40 or better, most likely, and daytime highs mostly hitting 50 or better all the way into Christmas Day. How about that? All right, here's my Portland 7 Day courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. I need to see them. I mentioned I got to get some new tires on my wife's Subaru. They're up here in Clark County. Highly, highly recommend them. Good people. They'll get you in, get you out too, and they stand behind their product. And they'll if you have a flat or anything, a lot of places do, but certainly they do as well. They take care of you complimentary if you buy your tires there. All right, 44, 55 tomorrow. Mainly dry. There is a shower chance. A little better chance of some rain on Friday, 44 to 55. Could be up to a quarter of an inch of showery weather on Saturday, more of a rainy day on Sunday in terms of periods of steady rain. And then Monday, a dry break, potentially morning, afternoon, and then rain late day. Rainy Monday overnight with a front coming in. Behind that, sun and scattered showers Tuesday. Could be mainly dry Tuesday night. That's Christmas Eve. Santa's coming. And it could be, now, obviously, this is a long ways out, and it wouldn't take much for these timing windows to change. But right now, it looks like Christmas morning could be dry, and then rain picks up in the afternoon. I have us at 40 and 47, so we'll see. If you haven't subscribed and you liked my video or you enjoyed this video, please do so. You will be notified when I post if your notifications are allowed for YouTube, and it helps me out. I appreciate that. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, and I'll talk to you soon.